Welcome back to Mass Effect 2. JC here, and it's Codex time again. We have no primary entries to go, so we've just got some secondaries to do. That's the locations. Ilos is done. Purgatory. Place we just went to. Okay. Planets and locations. Purgatory. Originally an ARC ship, designed to carry agricultural animals, the Purgatory was taken by the Blue Suns mercenary company during a large-scale battle in the Skyllian Verge. In a years-long reconstruction of its interior, the Blue Suns repurposed it to hold sapient prisoners, supposedly because they captured so many in their conflicts throughout the galaxy. When media outlets started investigating claims that the ship was used for slaving operations, the Blue Suns turned a public relations nightmare into a regular income source. Claiming to be in full accord with Citadel law, crew of Purgatory now regularly lands on planets or space stations, claiming that they can no longer hold their prisoners because of cost overruns. To avoid keeping prisoners under inhumane conditions, they will have to release them at the nearest port, dumping the scum of the galaxy directly into the local population. Faced with such a scenario, the government usually grants Purgatory's crew massive discounts in fuel, food and repairs as long as they go away. Some even offload their own prisoners to Purgatory for a fee, grateful to have a problem relocated somewhere other than their backyard. Okay, well, a basic case of get it off my desk and, you don't have to see the problem anymore. So, yeah, no, nothing to see here. Such unfortunates go into the dark depths of the ship, never to be seen again by their families or contacts. Purgatory is minimally armed with Guardian defences. Though a cruiserweight ship, it relies on the Blue Suns fighters to prevent any attacks bent on jailbreak or similar events. Yeah, until you get a Shepard on board. You get a T-bringer on board and you try and double-cross them. Just be glad I didn't give them a case of instant sunshine. Anything other than ships? Oh, ships and technology. Ships and vehicles. Open that up. Mantis done that. Let's go down. Oh, disruptor torpedoes and jet. Alright. Weapons. Okay, so ships and vehicles. Weapons. Disruptor torpedoes. Disruptor torpedoes are powerful projectiles with warheads that create random and unstable mass effect fields when triggered. It just creates a bloody mess. These fields warp space-time in localized areas. The rapid asymmetrical mass changes cause the target to rip itself apart. Lovely! In flight, torpedoes use a mass-increasing field, making them too huge for enemy kinetic barriers to repel. Because extra mass retards acceleration, torpedoes are easy prey for defensive Guardian weapons and must therefore be launched at extremely close range to be effective. To prevent damage to the parent craft, torpedoes must be cold launched, meaning they are released before their thrusters ignite. Aligning with the target's trajectory, a fighter releases a torpedo and immediately thrusts away, while the torpedo continues to coast towards its target. After the fighter is clear, no more than a second after launch, the torpedo activates its mass field and thrusts away from the fighter towards its target. Okay. Yep. Pretty standard. Like missiles nowadays. You drop them and then they ignite. You know, because you don't want to scorch your wing. Kind of needed for flight normally. Or in this case, it activates a massive Mass Effect field, and if it did that while a fighter was still too close, it would probably pin the fighter to the torpedo. Yeah, I don't think kamikaze attacks are really worthwhile in this universe. Torpedoes are the main anti-ship weapon used by fighters. Yep. Launched at point-blank range in ripple-fire waves. They are, reminiscent of the ancient Calliope. I think that's the pronunciation for it, or Calliope. Rocket artillery launchers. Yeah. That's the popular name, Callies. By saturating defense guardian systems with multiple targets, at least a few torpedoes will get through. Now, this launch system, commonly used in World War II, or at least first used as a strange bolt-on the top of a Sherman tank. It's a weird thing. It's probably more likely to get you blown up than anything else, but you know, if you want to just dumb fire an area in front of you with rockets, go for it. Probably be better off using a dedicated vehicle for that, so you're not actively strapping half a ton of explosives on top of a tank, increasing its silhouette. Technicalities. Right, what we got? Javelin. So we're now on to weapons. Javelin. The Javelin is an experimental close assault weapon fitted on a handful of newer Alliance warships. It consists of a rack of 2 or more disposable disruptor torpedo tubes bolted or magnetically slung onto the exterior of a ship's armoured hull. Firing on converging trajectories, the torpedoes detonate in a precisely timed sequence that allows the warhead's dark energy to resonate and thereby magnify the resulting space-time warp effects. Right. Like fighter-launched torpedoes, javelins are cold launched for safety reasons, though they use a different approach. Resembling old-fashioned submarine torpedo tubes, javelin torpedoes come packed in individually sealed tubes filled with compressed inert gas. Opening the front of the tube causes escaping gases to push the torpedo out into the vacuum, releasing a puff of crystals around the mouth of the tube. After completely clearing the tube, the torpedo ignites its thrusters. Javelin mounts are most often fitted on swift frigates, which enter knife fight torpedo ranges as a matter of course. Javelins may also be fitted on heavier ships for short range engagements, such as trans-relay assaults. They are particularly useful in this role in this role for dreadnoughts, which cannot lay their main guns on close range targets. As missile weapons, javelins are subject to highly accurate defensive guardian fire. They must be launched in large numbers and at short range to have any chance of hitting their target at all. There you go. It's just a... It's a big boy disruptor torpedo. And there we go. All done. Now what's the journal? Oh, yes, the thing we need to do next time. Don't worry about that. We'll deal with that. Hey, there we go, clear board. Right. Well, thank you for watching. Until next time, this is JC. Out.